Yo, another episode of the vlog diary, the video diary, the YouTube diary. I haven't decided what to call this shit yet. One of the things though, man, my ass is kicked, boy. I'm tired as hell. Worked out. Went to the late night session last night. Went to the gym and shit, knowing that I had to be to work early, because I go to work early every day. Not super early, but early enough to where you want to have your ass in the house and in the bed at a certain. Man, I didn't get back home until like 12:30, and then 1 o'clock. So yeah, and I gotta be at work for okay, I gotta be to work before 7. With my job work, I don't really have like any time before 7 I can come in. It's like 7 is just the latest. And even when you come in even if you come in after 7 and after, you can do that too. You just gotta call and let them know that. If you just wanna just do your job, then you wanna be there before 7. Anyway, I didn't get there till like damn near 1 in the I didn't get home till like damn near 1 in the morning, so it kinda pissed me off a little bit. I mean, it ain't pissed me off because the workout was cool. Going to the gym that late is basically empty. My particular gym basically is empty. The one that I be going to sometimes. I got a home gym, so I don't really go to the gym often. I just go to the gym every once in a while when I just want to get out the house or something like that. But all my shit at the house too. Like I can, for the most part, you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm at the house, I can get it in just as hard. Might gotta be a little creative on certain things, because of course I don't have every piece of equipment in the world, but who does, you know? But yeah, man, just making it through. Kinda sucks right now. Like bro, I fully understand why people get on gear. Or, you know, not so much roids, but I get why people get on gear and Trent, TRT, and all that kind of shit. Because, man, that muscle development, you want to go ahead and get where you got to be. When you're doing this shit natural, I swear it's like you progress. Because the thing about it is, when you're working out, there's like plateaus that everybody go through. You know what I'm saying? And I'm at like the level 3 plateau. So like the way it goes, you start working out, you're gonna get some gains. Them newcomer gains, they plateau after a certain amount of time, because And the way you fix that plateau is by actually you realize what you working out, you realize the body type you want, and you realize how you need to work out. So now at first you were just going in and doing something. Now you know how you want to look and where you're trying to go. All right, bet. Once you realize that, you're gonna gain again. You're gonna get gains again. Then that's gonna plateau. That's the second level. The second level plateau is the intensity plateau. Now you're doing what you want. You're working out in a way that's going to work out best for you. But now you got to learn what it truly means to work out with intensity, truly work out hard. Right until you start doing that, you're going to plateau again at the second level. I bet. You finally figure out what it is to work out hard and all that. So now you're working out with intensity, purpose, and drive. Alright, you're gonna make gains again. Now, this plateau is where I'm at. The next level plateau is when you get as far as you can get. You get as far as you can get with a shitty diet. That's the plateau I'm at right now. Where if I want to go further than this, I need to fucking eat right, basically. You only can get so far with a shitty diet. The third level plateau, which I'm at, is the plateau of this is where the train ends if you don't want to fix your diet. If you don't want to start eating more like right, this is where the train stops. Am I at my goal? Fuck no. And then, you know, different for everybody. Because some people be like, yo, I eat whatever. I eat donuts. I eat pizza. I do X, Y, Z. I do this. I do that. And it don't matter. I go work out, da-da-da. Okay, but the thing about it is, you can do that. Like these influencers talk like that, and they say all that kind of shit. And it's like, yeah, but you get paid to work out, though. If I got paid to work out and I had the time to do 2 a days, bust down sessions like how they bust down sessions, then yeah, for sure. Then yeah, for sure, because you can work hard and get that shit right back off. But if you a regular person working a regular 9 to 5, you're not in position to spend that much time in the gym. You're not in position to dedicate that much time to the gym. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta go in that hole, hit it hard, and then come on out that bitch. Okay, well, that part. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at that third level plateau where it's like, you can't get no further with a shitty diet, man. You're gonna have to tap in and eat right at least. So that sucks. I mean, it doesn't suck, but it's just like, if I want to reach the next level, I gotta tap in. I gotta tap in and get my body what it needs to do what it do. Because I'm, because it's winter art, so I'm trying to bulk up, get bigger. But I don't want a dirty bulk. I don't really like dirty bulking. I think dirty bulking puts too much strain on your body. Dirty bulking when everything is about the fat and calories. But you don't give a fuck. You eating whatever. You don't give a fuck. You eat a whole fucking pizza and all that kind of shit. Dirty bulking is when you, cause see, I like to clean bulk. Clean bulk is a slower process, but it's not as harsh on your body. So when you dirty bulk, dirty bulk is a lot faster than clean bulk. When you dirty bulk, you gotta clean up. You get fucked up before you get fat and all that kind of shit. When you clean bulk, you ain't gotta necessarily do that, because clean bulking, you're eating a lot more and working out just hard, but the stuff you're eating is good stuff. Meaning I'm not eating just anything. I'm eating good food. So yeah, I'm getting bigger. It's gonna taste longer though. A whole winter arc, if you dirty bulk in a whole winter arc, you can gain 15, 20 pounds. If you clean bulking, unless you're rich, you are not gonna gain 20 pounds easy like that. Because the amount of food you gotta eat and the amount of time it would take. You know what I'm saying? So I like clean bulking, but clean bulking gonna break your wallet, gonna break your pockets. And you run around here broke as hell, man. And then it's hard because like when the person you're with isn't on the same lifestyle, like you can't force that lifestyle on other people, right? The person I'm with isn't on that lifestyle, so I can't force her to only cook chicken breast and all that kind of shit. Don't put no seasoning on this, no seasoning on that. I can't force that on her. She's not in that lifestyle. She doesn't see the purpose in that. So she's still gonna cook the way she cooks. Right, which is nothing wrong with it. The food be good. But then it's one of those things where now I gotta be like, I'm good on that. I'm good on that. But then at the same time, I'm dealing with a woman, you know. Man, look, everything is an emotional battlefield. So she's not gonna take it as what I'm trying to do. And for my goal and purpose, she's just looking at it straight as I'm not trying to do that, which is all the problem. Which, you know, at the end of the day, it don't matter. You do what you gotta do. If you trying to do your thing, then shit, you gotta say what you talking about. But yeah, that's my thing. I'm trying to walk up on a clean boat and shit, and train and shit, and just take my body to that next level. Cause I wanna fucking, like, I'm not trying to be no damn bodybuilder. I'm not trying to do nothing like that. The way I want to look, the way I see myself, it's not far away, you know what I'm saying? It's one of those, a lot of fuckers, he's so on my ass. It's one of those things where it's like, oh man, the car behind me keeps shaking because they're just all on my ass. For what? I don't fucking know. Switch lanes, you know what I mean? Like, goddamn. The lanes outside of us are wide open, so why are you just riding my ass? You know? But anyway. So basically, I done sculpted my physique in the direction I want to go. So, it ain't like I gotta build here and build there, build there, build there. I got a smaller version of what I want. So I just gotta all around just get bigger. It's not one of those things where it's like, oh, I want wide lats. So I gotta build my lats up first and then you know, get to the size I want. It's like, no, I done already did all that. I done already got everywhere. Like, for my physique to be framed and shaped the way I want. Now I just gotta fill it out, like get to the size I want. Now I just gotta get to the size I want. And then it's hard to guess how you would look at a certain size. And then it's weirder too, because when you do like body mass calculators and all that kind of shit, the motherfucker tells me that I'm in good weight and shit for my height. But it's like, I understand what you're saying, but I would like to be a little bit bigger than this. Like, I get what you're saying, like, basically saying if I could fuck around and stay my same weight and height forever, and it would be no problems. Cause I'm 6 foot and I said 6 foot. I'm 6'4", and I fluctuate between 195 and 200. That's where I be. I'm in there all day, every day. I'm in that range. I'm in that range all day. 195 to 200. I fluctuate in that range all day. 195 to 200. So, you know, the calculator tells me like, yo, you good. You a real good size for your height. You a healthy weight for your height. That's a healthy weight for your height. I bet. I like that. But then when I put the weight I want to be on, it jumps up and tells me I'm obese now. And it's like, oh, okay. So it's like, oh, okay. Now that's a weight that's too big. But I don't want, it ain't like I'm trying to be fucking 300 pounds or something. I just want to put on like 10, maybe 15 more. Like It's a guy named Ian Bar Eagle. And if I'm not mistaken, he's my height and he's 220. So he's about 6'3", 6'4", 220. He is the realistic build that I want. But he's more bulky though. He's a little bit more bulky. That 220 made him a little more bulky. So I feel like I want to be that, just not as bulky, just slightly smaller. So that's why I say about 210, 215. Like, that would be perfect for me. But shit, man, who knows? But I'm gonna have to start tracking my food intake and shit. And it's not like it's impossible to do. Some people do it every day. It's just fucking the time it takes to do that, and then the money it takes to do that. You know, that's what it's all about. The time and the money. The time and the money. See how it go. I'm gonna keep grinding and doing my thing and see if I can get out this plateau. I'm at that fucking bottom, nigga. I gotta break past it. I will though. I will. I got nothing but time. So my true goal is to be, you know, at the size I want to be by the time I'm 30. I'm 27 now, but I will be 28 in January. So yeah, I just want to be the weight I want to be at some point in life. I want to be able to be like, yep, I was looking like fucking a superhero, bro. I had a, you know, Captain America type build. It's just, you know, it just sucks. I mean, it doesn't suck, bro. Like, working out, the journey of working out is cool. It's cool. But to get where you want to be takes so much. That's the thing about it that sucks. To get where you want to be takes so much. It takes so much time. It takes so much money. It takes so much fucking effort. To get where you want to be just takes a lot, man. It takes a lot. It takes a lot, especially when you get to the point where you understand what intensity is and working out hard really is. You know, cause you gotta, that second plateau is all about asking yourself, are you working out at this point, are you working out of routine, or are you working out, or are you working out and you working hard? And that be the thing, you gotta be honest with yourself and then. You'll be like, you're working out hard, but you're not working out hard. You're not working out hard. You just at a point where you used to working out, so you work out. You know what I'm saying? So when you crack it, these next level gains are crazy. Each level gains that you get, like each level of gains are so different and so much crazier than the last level. You see it coming. Like currently, right? Like currently, I'm actually like, my physique is actually pretty nice. I basically, if I had to describe it, I got like the physique of a fighter right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's in the sleeper build shell. So I wanna bulk up just a tad to break out of that sleeper build look. Cause if I ran up on you, shirt and jeans, you would think I didn't do nothing, to be honest. With one of those The first, I mean, well, a lot of times too, people gotta realize too, are you trying to get bigger or are you trying to cut body fat? Because that's a big thing too, because a lot of the times, people that you be looking at don't be that heavy. They don't be, prime example when I always use when I tell people, fucking Michael B. Jordan and Creed 2 to be exact. You would look at that and be like, shit, Michael B. Jordan, when that hoe was swole up, man, I gotta get to like, how tall is he? He like 5'10", 5'11". Okay, bet. In the movie, he swole up, bro. He probably like, shit, he probably like 220, 225. So I gotta get to 225. He wasn't though. If you go look up what his weight was during Creed 2, he was only 185. That high, that muscle definition and stuff was because of the cut body fat percentage. Just cutting the body fat percentage will have you looking yo. So, you know, you gotta understand that. The body fat percentage alone will have you rocked up and locked up. Now, me, I'm naturally a low body, I don't know exactly how low, but I'm naturally a low body fat percent guy. I've never had a lot of body fat in my life. Never been big, always been, you know, a little bit about my journey. Just like 2 years ago, I did everything under the sun you can name, smoking, drinking. All I did was just want to live that lifestyle, you know? And that lifestyle cost a lot of things for me, just doing drugs, just doing stuff like that. It made a lot of things happen for me. And at the time, I was like, my same height, I was 6'4", but I was about 160. Same height, I was probably about 155, 160 in that range. And if one of these days I'd like to post them. I mean, I used to post them on my Instagram and shit like that all the time, but I gotta post them on YouTube sometimes too, so people can see. But bro, I was so skinny, it was unreal. So small, so skinny, it was unreal. And one day I just decided I didn't want to do that no more. At like 25, 26, one of those two, I just decided I didn't want to do 25. At 25, I just decided I didn't want to do that shit no more. I shaved my fucking head bald for the first time. And I was just like, man, I'm not smoking. I'm not drinking like that. I'm not partying like that. I'm not chasing the women like that. I'm not doing nothing like that. You know, and shit, when I did that. And now, the whole time, like, I had a family, you know what I'm saying? That was my wife yet, but I had a son already. And then let me say another thing, too. A lot of times when you do these transformation, people like to be like, you know, do it for your wife, do it for your kids. My nigga, do it for you. I can honestly tell you, it wasn't my wife and kids that made me be like, let me tighten up. It wasn't for them at all, honestly. Because I was doing all of that with them. It wasn't, not with them as in with them, but I'm saying they were in my life. And I was still doing all those things. Honestly, bro, don't nothing stick if you're not doing it for you. It's like the kids can be a good motivation. The wife could be a good motivation. But sometimes you gotta feed into your own soul and your own body and what you want. And if it's not what you want, it's not gonna work. Sometimes you gotta do things for you. Do things because you don't want to do them things. Do things because you want to improve. You know what I'm saying? You want to get better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can sit up here and try to make some heartwarming, heartfelt ass speech and be like, yeah, my wife and kids saved me, and that's why I stopped doing X, Y, Z. That's why it ain't had nothing to do with that. it did have to do with was me one day looking in the mirror and being like, I don't like what I see no more. Me smoking. In reality, the fitness journey came about naturally. It wasn't like I looked in the mirror first and was like I wanted to get swole. I just stopped smoking. And the first thing I noticed when I stopped smoking, was the increase in appetite. And you'll be like, oh, well, I smoke and I be hungry as hell. If you really think about it, weed does not increase your appetite. They make it seem like it does, but it doesn't. What it does is, especially when you get to a point where you won't eat unless you are high, right? And it fucking I don't even know the word for it. It makes you suffice. Like, but the thing about the weed be, you will eat a lot. You will get high and eat a lot, but you will get high and eat a lot in one sitting, one time. It's not like you spreading that shit out. You will just get high, throw a whole bunch of shit in the plate right now, and eat all of that shit. And you'll be like, man, I eat a lot when I be high. You don't though, because that was the only real meal you fucking had. And the meal wasn't even a meal. It was just a whole bunch of random shit that don't go together, thrown together. You know what I'm saying? Right? One of the first things I noticed when I stopped smoking was that my ass was fucking hungry. Right? I hadn't ate, up until that point, I hadn't ate breakfast in fucking years. Never got up and was hungry. I was hungry for some smoke, but I wasn't hungry just to be eating. And that was one of the first things I noticed, that like I got up and I'm like, yo, I gotta eat. Like, I'm hungry as fuck. And then, and then the thing about it is the way the body works. You can't cram a whole bunch of shit in at one time. Your body doesn't process like that, right? If your goal is to eat 100 and, let's say, like I'm matching my body weight in grams of protein, so I'm trying to eat like 200 grams of protein a day. I can jump up and eat 200 grams of protein in one sitting. But the way shit work, your body doesn't process food like that. If you jump up and eat 200 grams of protein in one sitting, your body is going to process 30 of those grams. And the rest of them, they just going to come out the other end. Because your body doesn't work like that. You can't just overload it and think it's going to process it. That's why they say you got to spread that shit out. You know what I'm saying? You trying to eat 200 grams of protein, eat 30 grams here, eat 50 grams here, eat another 30 grams here, eat 50 grams here, eat another 30 grams here. You got to do it like that. Periodically throughout the day, get it. And then by the end of the day, have all have all 200. So your body can actually process it and digest it. It can't do shit with it. So your body can actually process and digest the shit. If you overload it like that, your body is not gonna do what it do, bro. It's gonna just shit that shit out. That's all it's gonna do. That's why it's just like, you gotta, and I'll say that just because you would think, well, I'm eating a lot, that's all that matters. No, bro. But anyway, get back to the story. I stopped smoking, I started eating more. And when I started eating more, like never in my life had I been able to truly just gain weight. Like I gained weight to a certain point, and then I don't gain no more. But when I started back eating and all that kind of shit, the weight was like coming on me. I wasn't getting fat, but I was just gaining more weight. I could see the weight building up on me. My face started getting fatter and shit like that. And it was like, okay. So then, now I don't smoking nothing. It's like probably like a couple months into the no smoking journey, like 6 months into it. Like not 6, maybe like 3-4 months into the no smoking journey. And then I'm looking at myself and I'm just like, fuck it, let's try to get swole. You never seen yourself swole, right? You've been skinny your whole life. We're not doing the fat thing. That's not me. So I'm not even gonna go there. So let's put some muscle on. Let's see how we look with some muscle on. All right. I said, fuck it, let's do that. So I started out with a gym membership. No, I didn't. What I started out doing was I had bought I went the extreme way. I bought some resistance bands, and I bought some resistance bands. Because I had said I didn't want to pay for a membership. That's what it was. I didn't want to pay for a membership, so I bought some resistance bands. Worked out like crazy, and then when I bought the resistance bands, I'm like, shit. That was the initial that I was telling you, the first level. And then when I bought the resistance bands, it was like, okay, this is cool. But then I stopped progressing. Still small as fuck. I was just slightly more, how would you say, I was just getting more ripped. Which was always something that went with me when I worked out. That's one of the reasons why it made me feel like I couldn't get swole. Because I would never get bigger, I would just get more chiseled. And that's cool. It's cool to get chiseled when you already the size you want to be. If you're not the size you want to be, then getting chiseled is just fucking annoying. So I'm like, bet. So instead of just being like, man, I ain't doing this shit no more, I said, well, fuck it. I enjoy working out. I want to keep working out. So let's look into it and research what do I actually want and what it takes to get there. All right. So then it started going, okay, well, you got to do, for your body type, for your body type, it doesn't necessarily work well to it doesn't necessarily work well to work out one thing at a time. Right, your body type, it doesn't necessarily work well for you to work out one thing at a time. Meaning to go in the gym, today we doing all chest. Tomorrow we doing all legs. Next day we doing all back. Next day we doing all arms. Like, no. The way your body type works, you gotta bust down compounds. You gotta do things that work out multiple body parts at one time. That's the way it works. So I'm like, okay, for me. Now you could be somebody like, well, I didn't have to do all that, that's this, that's that. I don't really give a fuck. That's what worked for me. So I started doing that. I kept doing the resistance bands, and I had invested into the working out shit. I went and got me a sandbag because I wanted to do stuff that incorporated full body during the summer and all that kind of shit. So I went and got me a sandbag. Sandbag was adjustable. It's from 50 pounds to, I want to say, 120 pounds. Hey, sandbag work. Full body shit works with a sandbag. It was before I even knew it, working out with a sandbag every day. Still doing my resistance band shit, but doing a combination of sandbag work and push-ups. My physique got crazy. Like, it just, not crazy, but I just thought I passed the threshold, the furthest threshold I ever been. You know what I'm saying? Because you get to a point where this is the most in shape you've ever looked. And then once I started doing the strongman, like the strongman shit with the sandbag, I went past that. And then in the physique I wanted so the physique I want to be pumped. So you talking about like that jack kind of look? Like I want to have that maxed out look. Whatever weight I rest at, I want to max that weight out. Where this is the most muscle you can put into this fucking weight. And I wanted a big back, right? You gotta decide what you want. So you might be a bicep guy. You might be like, I want big biceps. That's my main thing. I want big biceps. You might be I want my best feature. I want to be my chest. Okay, well I went in and was like, my best feature I want to be my back. I want my back to be strong as fuck and able to spread the fuck out. I wanted to have that cobra look. Why, you might ask? Well, I thought about it in chain muscle type sense. Mainly because your back is tied to a lot of stuff. If you got a stronger back, you can do a lot of things. So that's how I hit it. I'm like, okay, well, we hitting the back hard. Next thing I invested in was a fucking pull-up bar. Next thing I invested in was a pull-up bar, and I went crazy with that motherfucker, man. I made sure to do pull-ups every workout. Pull-ups and chin-ups every workout for probably about for a long time, because I still somewhat be doing that. Pull-ups and chin-ups every day. Then it went to, okay, let me get some plateau parallel bars. So then it said, okay, let me get some parallel bars. I did that. Maxing those hoes out. Right? And then after that I just slowly started building a home gym. I got a bench, I got fucking dumbbells, barbells and shit. I just slowly did that. It took about 2 years. And now I basically got everything you would need to get to it. If you just really wanted to get to it, I got everything you would need to get to it. Now, occasionally I still go to the gym, but I go to the gym on some shit of like, I go to the gym and just do like a quick little full body with machines that I can't really touch at the house, like machines I don't have and shit like that. But yeah, man, a little longer conversation than usual, but I gotta get to work now. I already clocked in, so I just better sit in the car fucking wasting time.